This is the story of GoJeonPa, an anonymous internet grinder who became Faker, the one and only god of League. Before the stadium lights, there was only a bedroom in Seoul. Sang-hyeok had no gaming mentors, no expensive gear, no team behind him. He had a standard mouse, an ordinary monitor, and an obsession that most people his age could not even understand. Under the alias GoJeonPa, he entered the Korean League of Legends solo queue. And he did not just win, he destroyed. Every professional player who crossed his path was treated like an amateur. His gameplay carried a ruthless, erratic perfection that felt less like human instinct and more like a machine running calculations no one else could see.
Not to have the cleanse.
Stays on the flank, just inside. TP coming in, Faker looking to make the play against Ruler! Owner goes in! And again, the combos are clean! The hostile takeover is damn well hostile! T1 looking to leave no survivors alive. 369 admits the entire team will get absolutely nothing! T1 in the clutch for two!
In early 2013, South Korea's biggest esports organization, SK Telecom T1, noticed the anomaly in their ranked ladder. They signed him immediately. He was 17 years old. His first professional match was supposed to be a reality check, a reminder that solo queue is not the same as the professional stage. For everyone else, it would have been. For Faker, it was an execution.
Topping their group during the OGN Olympus Champions Spring in 2013.
SK Telecom will win a 52-minute game to get the 2-0 and come out of the group stages in Champions winner with a perfect score.
6 minutes in, playing Nidalee against Ambition's Kazakhs, Faker spotted a fraction of a second opening. He hit level 6, instantly evolved his ability mid-fight, dove under the enemy tower, killed Ambition, and walked away without a scratch.
I was curious to see how well Captain Jackson doing this lane, because he's been typically a relatively weak lane.
Whoa, Ambition! What? Faker just executes Ambition in that mid lane.
The crowd went silent before it erupted. The era of the kings was over. The era of the god had begun. Summer 2013, OGN Grand Finals, Game 5, blind pick. Faker was placed across from Ryu, the last mid laner in Korea with a legitimate claim to being the best in the world. Both players locked in the exact same champion, Zed, the Master of Shadows. A mirror match, one map, two assassins, one outcome. What happened in the next few seconds is permanently etched into the DNA of competitive esports. Faker was caught. He was one hit away from death. Ryu moved in for the final blow. The kill was there. The game was over. And then, Faker did not panic. In under 2 seconds, his fingers executed a sequence so precise, so calculated under that level of pressure that analysts are still breaking it down today. He flashed a projectile. He cleansed the death mark. He swapped positions with his shadow at the exact right frame, and the health bars flipped. Ryu was dead. Faker was alive. It was not just a solo kill. It was a psychological assassination. He did not just beat Ryu mechanically. He broke his will entirely. Ryu sat motionless for several seconds, not because he was shocked at losing, but because he genuinely could not process what he had just witnessed. Later that same year, standing on the stage at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, Faker lifted his first World Championship trophy in front of a global audience. He was not old enough to legally buy a drink. He was already a global phenomenon. But immortality has a price. For the next 10 years, every single player who faced Faker had one goal above everything else: kill the god. Teams built entire strategies around stopping him. Patches came and went, specifically reshaping metas that had made him unstoppable. New prodigies rose every single season and told the world they were the next Faker. And one by one, without exception, they faded. But the price was real. Painful wrist injuries from years of playing at an inhuman pace. Roster changes that stripped away teammates he had built chemistry with over years. The crushing isolation of being the only one left from his era. In 2017, standing across from Samsung Galaxy in the World Finals, SKT was swept 3-0, and Faker sat at his station with his head buried in his hands, weeping openly on his keyboard. The entire world watched.
Fly
immediately flash over by Grant. Gets a rune prison. That's going to be first blood as Haru comes up with the final hit. Nicely done, Faker.
Rematch chat with
Siphon it out of the top laner. Oh, Haru the finding Faker. He's isolated, takes a bunch of damage. Meanwhile, the Shockwave goes out on the ground. Sonic Wave connects this time, and Peanut comes up with a kill. The first one for SKT. Faker gets hit, cleanses off the death set, and flashes away, but it's too little too late. He goes down as Cube picks up another one for Samsung.
And for the first time, the world realized the Demon King was not invincible. He was human. And being the best in the world for 10 consecutive years had cost him something real. In 2023, a wrist injury forced him away from the game for weeks. Doctors told him to rest, and he did, because by that point, Faker had learned something that 17-year-old GoJeonPa never needed to know: how to survive at the top, not just conquer it. Every single rookie who rose to prominence in 2013 has long since retired. That is the natural law of esports. Reaction times slow, passion fades, new generations arrive, and the old ones step aside. Faker never got that memo. He reinvented his playstyle entirely. He stopped chasing the title of flashiest mechanical player in the world and became something far more dangerous: the ultimate strategic mastermind, a player who could read the entire game 2 minutes before it happened. After recovering from his wrist injury, he returned to the world stage in 2023, dismantled Weibo Gaming, and lifted his 4th World Championship trophy.
Moving so much, the Emperor's Divine. It comes in, but he's still alive. What's going on? Faker tidies up the burst. Everyone's just exploding as Weiwei trying to get something done, but it does not matter. T1 are too strong. 4 times T1 has lost in a big 5. 4 times they've been knocked down, and 4 times they have got back up for this moment. It was 7 years since their loss, a decade since their first, the SKT.
In 2024, he delivered an MVP performance against Bilibili Gaming for his 5th.
4 members up towards the top side. Faker has the hero's entrance to come in for mid. On looks for the engage. Flash away as T1 disengaged for the moment. Owner jumping back in. There's the hero's entrance. Kevin gets the slam into the wall. It's on. Almost falls. He gets punched by Faker. And now Bin and Shun have to escape. But Zeus does not want to let them get away. The explosive cast knocks them back. In the end, T1 will win the fight.
In a series that has been so focused on Grubs.
And in 2025, in a grand finals against longtime rivals, KT Rolster, T1 completed an unprecedented three-peat.
Cuz maybe doing some poking, but I don't think an actual contest is in the works here.
As long as he has his passive up,
There is.
he's not too worried. Hex Drake down. B waiting in the darkness. Multi-man. The CC layering is there. Docked him on the way in, but he's only level 4. Owner now running for his life. Forced to flash away. Ulti comes out from Faker. He doesn't have a lot of mana left. The Dark Sphere hitting, slowing Faker down. The chase coming through, but they really don't have what they need. Ulti there. His power unleashed. The weak scattered. And first blood for KT.
BD! Inside route and access to the alligator, though.
That's a Mundo with Redbow. Doran.
Syndra's coming.
Doran.
He's just dead.
You only have 1 piece of CC. Yeah, that doesn't work on him. He's going where he pleases. Doran, I think this might not have been what you wanted.
And Faker raised his historic 6th World Championship above his head. No one in esports history has ever done that. No one. Players do not last 10 years at the absolute peak of competitive esports. The sport itself does not allow it. But Faker has defied every rule this game has ever tried to impose on him. He did not just shape the history of League of Legends. He became it. He walked into this game as a quiet teenager with everything to prove and no one watching. He remains today as the only true god competitive esports has ever produced. And the most important, the most decorated, the most enduring player this sport will ever see.